From this we can go to edit mesh, duplicate face, and this will be the frame for the foundation for our frame of the window. So again, let's select the duplicated face and we can extrude them inward. So now we have the base for our window frame. So extrude them again and just scale them up inward on the z-axis. So let's select the inward faces now, so we can create a little bit of indentation in the frame. So from there we can extrude the windows itself. So this will be the main window frame, and from that indentation we can create the windows themselves. So just creating a little bit indentation. You can see some reference photos if you want to create some different type of window. This is just typical window. Just trying to place 4 loops from where the central frames of the windows will come from. So I'll place them around the middle, and we'll create 4 more on the top. And just select the loop tool, the whole loop, and just with the V snap it to the correct place so it corresponds to the loop on the bottom. So that seems fine. So now we can extrude the faces in the middle, so that way we can create our windows. So just select those 2 faces on the bottom and extract them upwards. Now we can delete those 2 faces and also the faces on the top of the frame. That way we can now merge the vertices. So go to vertex mode, and let's, instead of merging, select the interactive merging. You can go to edit mesh and merge vertex tool. This will give you this interactive snapping of the vertices, which also will merge them. So you can go to edit mesh and you can see the merge vertex tool there. Just use this and you can easily snap the vertices to the top of the frame. Now we have the basic middle frame for the windows. And the actual face on the whole building will be the glass itself. So now I'm just scaling down the whole window. It was just a little bit too wide, too long. Now we need to place 1 loop so we can create the overlap of the 2 wings of the windows. Just extrude it outward, scale it a little bit on the y-axis, select the faces on the side and just extrude again, and this way I'll create this overlap that you can see on many windows. So this is our basic window. Now we just need to create the horizontal frames. Just create a basic box, place it, snap it to the window so we can place it more easily, and just scale it down accordingly. This seems fine, so we can create one and duplicate it and create the second one. So this is our basic window. So now we can create the little ledge that's on the bottom of the window. Again, select the polygon box and just create the base for that ledge. And in the front view we can just place it in the middle, and again scale accordingly as how big as you want the ledge to be, and how long should stick outward from the window and the wall itself. That looks fine to me. So I'll duplicate the ledge to create the support, the beam that will support the window, or just for decoration. So we'll create a little bit more high poly model, this one, just to mix different techniques. But first let's fast UV this thing. Just go to the UV texture editor, select the UVs and just go to unfold, and just place the unfolded mesh in the center of the UV texture editor. This will help us when now we start create the more dense mesh. So just click the number 3 on the keyboard to go to the smooth mesh preview, and just now create some support loops around the mesh. Also on the other side. And again in the inside of that support beam. Now just fastly let's split the beam with several loops. So later we can apply some random modification to each separate vertices and create a rough surface. Later again we will use this technique again to create some stone slabs, creating more vertices, more loops. Now just select the whole thing and go to edit mesh and go to transform component option box. In this random settings, just put a random number in there and just hit transform and vertex. And now if you move the transformation controls, you can see how it randomizes each vertex independently. So we have some like a noise modified modification to each vertex applied. So now let's go back to the normal preview mode of the mesh. So just click the number 1 on the keyboard, and just to create some beveling on the edges, just take the outer edges of the mesh and transforming them on the normals, just push them a little bit inward, so the edge of the mesh it's not that sharp. Doing the same for the bottom. You can select the normals transform options from the tool settings of the move tool. So now we finished this window. So let's start writing the windows on the right building. So again, using the insert edge loop tool, create the two edges at exactly the same height as on the first building. Just select the whole edge after you create it and just snap it to the ones that we've already created. So now we have the edges exactly the same height. So now we need just figure out where to put the windows in this building. So again, we try to create it at 5 Maya units in width. So each window should be around 5 Maya units, 1 meter wide. So I'm just taking that roughly and taking the face of the created window and just pushing it 1 unit in.